Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Just Kicking It right here on 103 FM. And this World Cup is definitely for the strong of heart, because every game we've seen thus far has had unexpected twists and unexpected ends in certain cases. Today, the teams that were expected to qualify did in fact qualify, but not before, in some cases, a fight to end all fights. Now, I'm speaking specifically about the game that just ended just a few minutes ago, which was the host Russia versus Croatia. Croatia, heavy favorites to win this game, namely because of the caliber of players that they do have on their side, but a lot of people would have been expecting Russia to probably give them a fight. Russia is, of course, on home soil, and they've had an unprecedented run thus far. Well, Russia was actually the first to take the lead. They opened the scoring. I have it here, through Denis Cheryshev. Now, this is his fourth goal in this World Cup tournament. It's actually 5 if you consider the own goal he scored against Uruguay in the preliminary stages, but his fourth legitimate goal in the correct net, let's just say that. He put them ahead in the 31st minute, but that lead only lasted about 8 or 9 minutes, because in under 10 minutes, Croatia hit back with a goal by Andre Kramaric. He was fed by Mario Mandzukic, leveling the playing field here, and these unfortunately were the only goals to come for either side in regular time. So we went to extra time with the score tied on 1-1. Now, extra time, they played for a while, about 10 minutes before Croatia managed to move ahead. They got their goal from Domagoj Vida. He headed in from a corner to put Croatia in front, but the Russians, they decided that they did not want their dream to end, so they actually leveled on 115 minutes with just 5 minutes to go in extra time through Mario Fernandes. He is a Brazilian-born Russian player. This is his very first international goal, and what a welcome one it was, because it enabled the Russians to take this game to a penalty shootout. Now, both Croatia and Russia actually had to go through penalty shootouts in order to get to the quarterfinal. Russia, of course, overcame Spain, and Croatia had to go up against Denmark, and in both those instances, the goalkeepers were the heroes, and in this case, they actually each saved a penalty. But it was a crucial miss by Mario Fernandes, the hero that scored the goal that enabled them to go to the penalty shootout in the first place. He kicked wide when it came to the penalty shootout itself, and because of that, Croatia managed to win this shootout 4-3. Exciting end to that game there. The Russian players, being this close to the semi-final and, just missing out, they would be heartbroken, as any football team would at this point in time. But Croatia definitely made to work for their place in the semi-final. And of course, they will take on the winners from the first game today, which was England versus a very resilient Sweden team. Sweden, of course, did have to put in a good bit of work to get here. They were at one point in time, in a tight situation in the group stages. They were, of course, in the group with Germany and Mexico, and in the end, they picked up a 3-0 win over Mexico to get to the knockout stages. Now, today, England managed to overcome them 2-0. Now, this is England's first clean sheet in this World Cup so far, so they would be very happy with the fact that their defense seems to be clicking at this point in time, because now is not the stage where you would want to be conceding goals. Of course, goals mean pressure on the rest of the team, because then you have to wipe out that deficit and try to move ahead as the need may be. But like I said, clean sheet for them in this game, their first for this World Cup. It was a slow start to the game. After about 30 minutes, there were only 2 chances. Yes, 2 chances for either side, one for Sweden, one for England, and none of them actually were on target. But at the 30th minute, England also picked up the first corner in the entire game, and that added a much needed spark to this game, because off that corner, Harry Maguire, not the Harry Kane, but Harry Maguire, a defender, got the opening goal for England. And that was how it ended at the half. Just to let you know how slow the first half was in general, At the halftime whistle, England had just 5 shots, 1 on target. That 1 on target was the one that ended up being a goal for them. And at halftime for Sweden, they just had 1 shot which was not on target. That's to tell you how slow that first half was. But the second half proved to be a little more exciting. England picked up their second goal in the 59th minute. Dele Alli, 22 years old, he got his first goal for this World Cup tournament. He headed in a very nice chip from Jesse Lingard, and that's how it ended for England. That was the last goal as it ended 2-0. Fun fact, this is only the 3rd time that England has made it to the semi-final of the World Cup. The last time they did that was in 1990. They went on to finish 4th that year. The only other time before that was 1966, which was, of course, the time that they went on to take home the World Cup title. So given that sporadic record, which is not too bad, they would be relishing their chances, of course. They will be taking on Croatia at this point in time. Croatia's attack did not look as decisive as it needed to be. There were shots, yes, but at the same time they lacked that finishing prowess. A lot of shots came close or came off the bar, and that's not what you need at this point in time in this particular tournament. All the sides definitely will have to put their best foot forward in order to get to the final. Of course, just to remind you about the semi-final matchups, after yesterday's game in which Belgium, of course, kicked out Brazil and France overcame Uruguay, France and Belgium will be featuring in the first semi-final that takes place next week Tuesday, and of course Croatia versus England, that game is carded for next week Wednesday. So some very exciting football still to come. We hope it's going to be, you know, that sort of attacking, exciting football, like I said, to come in this tournament. Of course, we would remember in the last tournament in 2014, there was a particularly entertaining match in the semi-final stage that, of course, ended up 7-1 to Germany taking on Brazil in their homeland. Of course, nobody expected that sort of scoreline that time. We're not sure. Maybe we could see another high-scoring match this time around, but we'll just have to wait to see. All the teams definitely will need to make sure that they are on point from this point in time. Like I said in the last episode of Just Kicking It, we would like to see, it doesn't always happen, but we would like to see whoever makes it to the final play the type of football that we love to see, the type of football that we would feel is deserving of a place in the World Cup final out of all tournaments. And of course, we would hope to see as well that the team whichever it is that wins the overall tournament and gets to lift that trophy is also a team that earned the trophy. Like I said, it doesn't always happen, but we could hope for the best. So that's it for now for Just Kicking It. Of course, we do have a few days off. Maybe we'll do an episode in between Rodney Lahi and Rai Rukomas, definitely. I'm not sure if they'll be able to contain whatever excitement they have until then. So we may see a little something before. But for now, at this point in time, that's it for Just Kicking It.